Hi guys, and welcome to the Patchwork Mystery Crochet Along. I am super excited to be presenting the tutorials for you. This week, as week 1, we have the gorgeous Star Portal Overlay Square, designed by the wonderful Stephanie Ware from Crochet Instinct. Now normally while I speak you'll be looking at what we're going to make. Given that it's a mystery, I am just going to let you stare at this gorgeous creation from Journey Channel Designs. So a couple of things before we get started. This square will require 3 different colours of worsted weight yarn for optimum impact. You can of course change that to 2 or 1 or whatever pleases you. Hook size would be a 5.5 and your gauge is 4 inches at the end of round 4. Okay, a couple of other things. Rather than doing a chain to start each round, you can do a chainless starting double crochet or a standing double crochet. There are fantastic tutorials at Moogly blog or Hooked Wine and Stitches YouTube channel demonstrating those stitches. Other than that, I think the rest will be pretty easy to work through. The only other thing I won't be demonstrating, Stephanie prefers to finish her rounds with an invisible join. So there is a great tutorial on the Look at What I Made website by Deidre Uis. If you want to check that out, it does involve using a tapestry needle to finish off your round. All the stitches are worked on the right side because we will be working in the round. Beginning chain 3 always counts as the first double crochet. So that's nice and easy. And I think that's all we need to go over before we begin. I think you're all going to love this square. I'll be working mine for the purposes of the video in the 3 colours. And let's get cracking. Okay, ready to begin. So we're starting out by attaching our hook with a slip stitch, our yarn to our hook with a slip stitch. If you're unsure how to do that, please check out the Hook, Wine and Stitches YouTube channel for a video tutorial. Now with colour A, we're going to chain 5. And slip stitch into the first to create a ring. Now our magic ring is not recommended for this square just because it will pull the square too tightly and won't get a nice flat sitting square. Going to chain 3 or do an alternate double crochet, so a standing or a chainless double crochet. Chain 3, double crochet into the center of the ring 2 times. So including our starting chain, we've got 3 double crochet there. Going to chain 2 for our corner and then another 3 double crochet. So we're going to repeat that another 2 times. So we will have 4 sets of 3 double crochets and 4 chain 2 spaces, which will serve as our corners. I'll let you guys finish out this round. Once you've done your final set of double crochet, you'll chain 2 and join with a slip stitch into the 3rd loop of the starting chain. I will be finishing off with this colour at the end of the round and attaching my 2nd colour for round 2. See you soon. Okay, we're back for round 2. So I've attached my 2nd colour into a corner chain space. Anyone is fine. I'm just attaching with a slip stitch. And then we're going to work a corner. So chaining 3 for our first stitch, then a double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. So corners will always be 2 double crochet, a chain 2, and then another 2 double crochet, all into the corner chain 2 space. So our first corner is made. Then we're going to do 3 back loop only double crochet. So not working through both loops. Hold on. Just see if I can get rid of that glare a little. So we're not working through both loops like we normally would. We'd go through there. You can see they're both on the hook. We're just working through the back loop of the previous stitch. So just getting the 1 loop and working our double crochet as normal. So we're going to do that in the 3 stitches across the side. So 3 back loop only double crochet, and then working into our corner chain space with 2 double crochet, a chain of 2, and another 2 double crochet, and that's our corner stitch. So we're on to our second side, so we're going to continue repeating this pattern. So we'll work a double crochet into the back loop only of the 3 stitches down this side as well, and we're going to continue this pattern until we get right back to the first corner that we created. We'll be joining the last stitch to the first with a slip stitch into the 3rd loop of the starting chain. So instead of actually working through the space next to the chain, we're going to the 3rd loop. So it will sit at the same height as our double crochet and keep our sides and corners looking nice and even. So we'll have, on each side, we'll have 4 double crochet, chain 2 space, and 3 back loop only double crochet. I'll let you guys finish out this round, and I will meet you back here for round 3 with colour C. Okay, finished round 2. You can see working back loop only, we've got these nice little textured ridges. Now I've joined my 3rd colour into a corner chain space with a slip stitch and done a chain 3 as my first double crochet. I'm going to add a 2nd to complete my corner here, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochet into that corner chain space to finish the corner stitches. Now we're going to be working back loop only again across the 7 stitches that make this side. So we'll be repeating this all the way across. The thing you want to watch for is my first stitch there. You'll notice I just pulled it across to find it because it was hiding under that corner cluster. So back loop only, double crochet across the 7 stitches that form this side. And this is the problem with our slip stitches. 6. And 7. We're at a corner, so our standard corners, 2 double crochet, chain 2 and another 2 double crochet into that chain space. Remembering you may need to slide your double crochet across a little so you don't miss the first stitch on the next side. So we're just repeating that pattern all the way around back to the beginning, finishing out the round by joining with a slip stitch into the third loop of the starting chain and finishing off with this colour. I'll be using colour A, so the first colour, for my next round. I'll see you all back here soon for round 4. Okay guys, round 3 is done. We're on to round 4. You can see those back loops giving a beautifully textured modified granny. Now again, look back to colour A, joining into any corner chain space and doing our corner stitches. So chain 3 serves as the first double crochet, second, chain 2, and another 2 double crochet into the same chain space. Now, being careful not to miss our first stitch, because it does have a tendency to slip behind those corner stitches. We're going to work 5 back loop only double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to work a front loop double treble in the center stitch of round 1. So we're going to yarn over 3 times, holding them on our hook, going back to round 1 into the center front loop. So 1, 2, 3, we're going into the second front loop, yarning over, pulling up a loop. Now you don't want to pull this too tightly, and you don't want to pull on the front loop too tightly because it will pull your work out of shape. So you can hold it with your finger while you yarn over and work off 2 loops at a time. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Brings that stitch right up to the same height as the back loop double crochets we've been doing. So we're going to miss the stitch behind and work a back loop double crochet into the next 5 stitches to take us to our corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Brings us to our corner where we work our corner stitches. So 2 double crochet, chain of 2, and another 2 double crochet. So we're repeating that across all 4 sides. I'm going to leave you to finish the other 3. If you want to follow along with the video, go back around 4 minutes and 10 seconds, finishing off by joining into the third loop, 1, 2, 3, in that little chain gap there, not through the space here, third loop of the starting chain, finishing off with colour A and moving on to colour B, which for my blanket square is that darker rose pink. I'll meet you back here for row 5. Okay, round 4 completed, looking gorgeous. Who's already in love? Beautiful. Now I've joined my second colour, my darker pink, into the corner and done my corner stitches of 2 double crochet, chain 2 and another 2 double crochet. I'm going to work 6 back loop only double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 'out of the way tail, 4, 5, and 6. So, if your count is correct, you'll be 1 stitch away from the front loop double treble that you did in the last round. Now we're going to do a front loop double treble into the, oh sorry, I lost my place, into the third stitch of round 2. Remembering, hold that stitch, you don't want to pull it too tightly as it will pull your work out of shape. And we just work off 2 loops at a time. And it's sitting up nicely next to our first one. Going to do a back loop double crochet into the top of the double treble from the previous round. Yarning over 3 times, we're going to work a front loop only double treble into the 5th stitch of round 2. Holding that stitch in place so we don't pull it too tightly. And then we finish out the round by doing a back loop only double crochet into the next 6 stitches, which will take us to our corner space. Corner space, of course, has 2 double crochet, a chain of 2, and then another 2 double crochet. So we're repeating that pattern down the remaining 3 sides. If you're wanting to follow along with the video, go back around 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Otherwise, continue all the way around, joining with a slip stitch into the 3rd loop of the starting chain, and I will meet you back here for round 6 of this gorgeous square. Okay, round 5 is finished and we're beginning to see the beautiful textured effect of this gorgeous square. Starting round 6, I've once again joined into any corner space, done my chain 3 and completed my 2DC, chain 2, 2DC for the corner. Now I'm going to work 7 back loop only double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 back loop only double crochet takes us a stitch away from our front loop double trebles. So yarning over 3 times, I'm going to put a front loop only double treble into the 4th stitch from round 3. Remembering we don't want to pull those stitches too tightly, so we can hold them in place so it doesn't pull our work out of shape. Just working off 2 loops at a time. Then we've got 3 back loop only double crochet. Oops. One. 2 and 3. And then we're going to go down with another front loop only double treble into the 8th stitch from round 3. To finish out this side, we have 7 back loop only double crochet. Remember, we don't work into the stitch behind our front loop only double treble. So 7 back loop only double crochet will take us back to the corner where we'll begin this repeat again, working all 4 sides exactly the same till we get back to our starting point, where we'll be joining with a slip stitch into the 3rd loop of the starting chain. I'll be finishing off at the end of round 6 and changing back to colour A for round 7. So our first colour, which is light pink for me. I'll meet you back here once you finish this round, and we are past the halfway point, nearly finished and looking great. See you soon. Okay, round 6 is done and we're moving on to round 7. So I've joined into a corner space and done my corner stitches of 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Now I'm going to work a back loop double crochet into the next 8 stitches. So that's 8 stitches. Just adding a few more things as we work out our rows. So we get 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we're going to work a front loop only double treble into the 5th stitch of round 4. Remembering not to put too much pressure on that stitch. Holding it is fine. Then we're doing 2 back loop only double trebles, double crochets rather, 2 back loop only double crochets. Then we're going to do a front post double treble, so not into the loop but actually around the stitch, so going from the front to the around the back, grabbing a loop, pulling it around and working our double treble as we have previously, working off 2 loops at a time. Two back loop only double crochet. Jeez, losing my words today. Then we have a front loop only double treble in the 11th stitch of round 4. And we simply finish out our row by working a back loop only double crochet into the next 8 stitches. It'll take us through to our corner where we begin the repetition again. So if you want to follow along with the video for the repeats of this round, go back around 3.5 minutes. Otherwise, continue the repeat all the way back to the beginning, where we'll be joining with a slip stitch to the 3rd loop of the starting chain, finishing off with colour A at the end of this row. I'll meet you back here with colour B for row 8, and we're almost done with this beautiful square. I'll see you all soon. All right, we're nearly there, guys. All those gorgeous front post stitches making some beautiful textures. I've joined in my colour B with a corner stitch. I'm just going to get those tails out of my way first and work 9 back loop only double crochet, eight and 9. Now front loop only double treble into the 6th stitch of round 5. And we've got 2 back loop only double crochet, then we've got a front post double treble around the 9th stitch of round 5. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, in from the front, back out again, grab a loop, pull it up, working 2 off at a time. One back loop only double crochet, and a front post double treble around the 11th stitch of round 5. Two back loop only double crochet, front loop only double treble into the 14th stitch of round 5. Then we finish out the side by doing 9 back loop only double crochet, which will take us back to our corner. We do our standard corner stitch for this pattern, which is 2 DC, chain 2 and another 2 double crochet. So we're repeating that again on each side. You do need to flatten out those double trebles and front post stitches occasionally. If you want to follow along with the video, your remaining 3 sides, go back around 4.5–5 minutes. Otherwise, finish out this round, finishing off with our colour B. We're going to be joining in colour A again, which is our first colour from the centre. The last 2 rows are worked with colour A. I'll see you all back here soon. Okay guys, welcome back to round 9. As you can see, I've already worked some of the round. Starting with our corner, we're working a little differently for this round in that we're working with half double crochet. So on your first corner, you'll be chaining 2 instead of 3. After that, it will be half double crochet, a second half double crochet, chain 2 and another 2 half double crochet, and then we can begin working down our side. Remembering sometimes you'll lose a stitch behind your corner, working back loop only, half double crochet for the first 10 stitches. So 10 back loop only, half double crochet, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're doing a front loop only double treble into the 7th stitch of round 6. Remembering we hold that stitch, we don't want to put too much pressure on it as we work off 2 loops at a time. Now the big hint for this round is that all these stitches, the post stitches, will be worked around the posts of the double treble front loop onlys from previous rounds. So we've done our front loop only. Now we're going to do a front post double crochet around the first front loop only double treble from round 8. Then we've got a front post treble, and that'll be around the front loop only double treble from round 7. Oops. Then a front post only double treble, 1, 2, 3, around the front loop only double treble from round 6. Front post double crochet around our stitch from round 8. Round 8. We're doing round 9. A front post treble around the front loop only double treble from round 7. A front post double crochet around our stitch from round 9. 8. Again, we're doing round 9. A front post treble crochet front post double treble rather, and our stitch from round 6. A front post treble crochet around our stitch from round 7. And a front post double crochet around the stitch from round 8. Then we're doing a front loop only double treble into the 17th stitch of round 6. And to finish out our side, we're working 10 back loop only half double crochet, which will take us to our next corner. Now if you're wanting to follow along with the video with all those front post stitches for the next 3 sides, you're going to want to go back around 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Otherwise, repeat that stitch sequence all the way back to the beginning, where you're going to slip stitch into the second loop of the starting chain. Now our final round, round 10, is also worked in colour A, so I will be leaving my yarn attached, ready to start round 10. I'll see you all back here when you finish round 9. Okay, round 10, our final round. Still working with my colour A, so I don't want to cut it off. I'm just going to slip stitch over to the corner chain space where I will chain 1. That doesn't count as a stitch. Work a half double crochet, chain 2, and a half double crochet into the chain 2 space. From there, we're working through whole stitches for this round. So I'm going to work 12 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, so 12 half double crochet, then we're going to do 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5 double crochet, then we're going to do a double crochet increase, so 2 double crochet into the same stitch, 1, 2, another 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 12 half double crochet will take us back to our corner. Remembering they're modified corners for this round, so it's 1 half double crochet, a chain of 2, and then another half double crochet into the chain space. To follow along with the video for that stitch sequence, you're going to want to go back around 3 minutes 20 seconds. Otherwise, continue with that repeat all the way back to the beginning, where you'll join with a slip stitch and finish off, and your beautiful square is complete. So I've done my tutorial in 3 colours as recommended for the pattern. Of course you can mix it up. You could do 1 colour, or I have done another square in just 2 colours, which is just beautiful as well. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. I want to say a huge, big thank you to the amazing Stephanie Ware from Crochet Instinct for this gorgeous pattern. You've got Sammy here. I can't wait to see you for our next mystery square next week. Until then, have a fantastic day and happy hooking.